Kelsey here in the Botanical Garden courtyard. This week we're talking all about birds and our Wings Over the Keys week. So I have a little experiment here for you guys that I'm going to kind of introduce and demonstrate, and then I want you to do it yourself at home, and then you can share it and post it using the hashtag #KWVirtualGarden so we can all see what you guys found out. So I've got a few tools here that you can probably find around your house. I've got a spoon, I've got some tongs, chopsticks, pliers, and a straw. This is a paper straw instead of a plastic straw so that we're not harming our sea turtles. So our whole idea is about bird beaks. We're going to be talking all about different kinds of bird beaks today. So if you think about it, even just the birds that we have here in the Keys have all different shapes and sizes of beaks, and their beaks are their tools for them to hunt and catch specific prey items. So let's think about the birds we have in the Keys. One big bird I can think about is a pelican. So what do pelican eat? They like to eat fish, right? So they have this big scoopy kind of pouch under their beak that they use to scoop up a lot of water and then filter out that water and eat the fish. So to compare our tools to a pelican, we're going to look at the spoon, right? So spoons can scoop up water and hold it really well. So this is our pelican beak. We also have another bird that likes to eat fish called the osprey. Ospreys are really awesome. They look like a hawk or an eagle almost, but they live near the water all the time and they eat fish. So they have these special talons, right, that they're really good at grabbing and catching fish from the water with. So our tongs are going to act like our osprey talons here. Now we also have an ibis, which is our species spotlight for the week. If you look at an ibis, one of the main features that kind of tells them apart are their long, skinny, curved beaks, right? They have a pretty delicate, dainty beak. They use that to collect insects, small fish, other small invertebrates. So for our ibis beak, we're going to be using chopsticks. If you are near Key West, then you've probably heard of or seen a parrot. I know there's one on Duval Street all the time. And they're not native down here to the Florida Keys, but we're definitely very familiar with them. And one thing that they like to eat is nuts. So they need to be able to crack these nuts open to eat the insides, right? Just like you'd crack a pistachio nut open. So for our macaw or our parrot beaks, we've got some pliers, some nice strong pliers, right? And finally, one of my favorite birds, it's almost more like a bee or a butterfly. They're kind of in the same group, but hummingbirds are really awesome too, right? So they go up to flowers and they suck up the nectar with their long, skinny beaks. So we're using that paper straw today to compare hummingbird beaks to our tools. So some other supplies that you might need, I have some fruit just in water here. I have a few grains of rice. I have some berries, some dried up raisins here. Nuts, peanuts, cashews, walnuts, whatever you have. And then some water. You could use lemonade or juice or anything else you can think of. And we're going to compare these things to our birds' diet, right? So our fruit in water. Fruit's a little bit slippery. It's in water. So we're comparing that to our birds that like to eat fish. So our fruit is representing our fish. Our grains of rice, they're really small and dainty, just like a little insect or a bug. So we're going to be comparing these to our insects. Our berries, some birds like to eat berries, so that's another good example that we have. Nuts, like I was talking about with the parrots, they like to eat nuts, they need to crack them open. And then this is representative of nectar that, say, hummingbirds would find in flower. So your job is to determine which of these tools works best to collect each of these items. Okay, so on your worksheet, I want you to kind of take notes and keep track of which tool works best for each item, right? So I'll just do a little example. We have our hummingbird beak right here, and I'm gonna buzz, buzz, buzz over here. Do you think it's gonna be really good at picking up this nut if I use this straw? Let's see. So it's not gonna do any good with the nuts. So what do you think is gonna be the best, this is gonna be the best tool to use? I think probably the nectar, right? So I'm gonna use my hummingbird beak to suck up some water. It worked, perfect. I'm gonna demonstrate one more, and then again, I want you to share with me what you find here. So we've got our pliers, right? We talked about how birds need to crack open nuts and have a very strong beak. So let's see, are these pliers gonna help me pick up the fruit? So I kind of got a little piece of fruit on here. I kind of broke it off, so that didn't really work very well. So let's see, I'm gonna use our pliers on the nuts and see how that goes. So I can pick it up. Now I need to crack it, right? Let's see. Perfect. So this would be the best tool to use for picking up and cracking our nuts. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Good luck with your bird beak experiment, and I look forward to seeing them.